All right, start with that camera first, then I'll use the audio from this one throughout the recording. DJI camera mics are set up, angles all set up. I hope to God this works. All right, let's do this. Well, hello my friends, what's going on? A little bit of a different video format today. This will be similar to the weekly discovery list that I did just a short while ago. If you watch that previous video of the weekly discovery, you'll see that I use two camera angles. One you can see over my shoulder right now where I'm looking at my phone, making sure that there's no sound coming out of that. And the other two I'm using are the DJI microphones. They're going to be set up on either side of me. One you can see on camera. The other you probably can't see over my right shoulder. Hopefully they're left and right situated so that the sound is stereo when you're listening to the music. Today we are doing a release radar from my Spotify algorithm playlist. These are the number of songs. There's going to be 30. We'll do about a minute and then we'll switch. So the video will be about 20 minutes, 25, 30 minutes long per se. Stick with me as we listen to my Arendal 1723 THX towers paired to the SVS SB1000 Pro subwoofers, which are dual mono outputs from my Rotel RC 1590 Mark II preamp. Power amps are the BuckEye Audio Purifi 7040 SA modules. This week has been pretty intense. Work was a bit crazy. We've been going through all kinds of inventory problems. So I figured we'd do something fun today. Grab my laptop here so I can browse through the music easier. Hopefully the laptop doesn't get in the way of the sound. I do have a microphone right over my shoulder, which is kind of in the way of the right speaker, so I'm not really sure how to best do this. I did have it over my shoulder the last time. However, the microphone's in a different position. I think we'll be okay using just the iPad this time. So I'm going to put the laptop down just for audio's sake. We're going to stick to the iPad, which you can see over my shoulder here. All right, we're going to hit the first song of 30. It's not random. We're going to go in order. I'm going to turn the volume up to a reasonable level. Right now it's at 25. We're going to start there and then go up from there. So hang with me here for a little while. We'll get to it. Let me know what you think of the sound. Hopefully it goes well.
Somewhere in the dark, there lies a place so empty, so heavy on my heart.
All right, first song up, Oblivion by Buse and Havia and Janty. I don't know how to pronounce any of these names. Anyways, we're going to give it some volume and enjoy here today. I'm going to turn it up until the microphones look like they might be clipping, and then I'll leave it there. Obviously starting it off with a little bit different music, some drum and bass to lead us in, and let's see what the next one is. Crazy, Busta Rhymes, Akon. So we know that this video is going to be completely taken by the copyright gods. It's a release radar playlist.
So go ahead and make my day. Said it cannot be turned on. Once it's turned on. So go ahead and make my day. To the show, man, I'm in a 10 jag with an ass back, I make y'all
shut up your mouth. You know, see how we fuck up Freedom Street for the world boss.
Fuck on my knife and his car. Both on a little bit of baffle that kick broke him man back and him jaw. See the bad man who live a gangland and had a gangster them and we apart.
Alright. Crazy Busta Rhymes tune. Alright, let's hit the next song and see what's going on with this playlist. That's a little bit different.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Yeah, so my release radar list is much different from my discovery playlist. This is genuinely new music released. The discovery playlist is usually something that it's more familiar to what I've been listening to. Alright, Jose James. Let's hit the next button. Annex and Enai. This is going to be drum and bass for sure. This song's called Immortal. Oh gosh, here we go. Wow, that's grimy. Sounds pretty cool. I like all the sound effects, the chirpy sort of sounds. And I got a picture of a beetle on the song cover, so that's pretty interesting. Alright, give it a next. We'll see what happens. Some funky music. Some solid bass line there on the bottom end. That's William Green and James P.J. Spriggins. Sound like a radio host. On Fire, Sojuice and Phantasm. This should be very aggressive. Oh, that's aggressive. Some pure Euro styles. Oh man, that's crazy. Alright, that one's aggressive. We're not gonna get a second drop. I'm gonna spare y'all. Man in the Sky, Tom McDonald. I saw this was released a little while ago. Let's hear a bit of this.
There's a man on TV at a desk in a suit. He lies through his teeth and they still call it the news. And there's a man in a white coat whose medicine kills. He loves when you're sick cause you pay for his pills. There's a man at the bank who will give you a loan so that you'll buy a house and then he'll take your home. There's a man who wants you spending your life online. Those are searching for truth but controls what you find. We'll be fine, babe, if we don't make it through.
Oh, some serious lines in
There's
that.
a man in a church who I really hope told me the truth. Said there's a man in the sky watching over me and you. It don't help if you can fly. He's way past the moon.
Wow, it's actually a pretty cool song.
And there's men here on the
Kudos, Tom. That's a good one. All right, cut it in the chorus. Skeezy, Vaughn, Saruda. This is going to be a drum and bass-ish kind of electronic song. Should be interesting. It's a very, very good sound design artist. Very low bass already. Yeah, that's very interesting. Very liquidy. I knew this was going to be a sound design brilliant sort of song. Alright, skip it up. Magi, what is? There should be some jazzy stuff. Sounds pretty cool so far. Nice groove. Yeah, I like that this release radar sort of thing is very diverse in sounds and genres instead of it just being all kind of one type. It's a brilliant part of using a algorithm system that actually gets you something different. Let's keep it rolling. The slow loop, incomplete orchestra, Zap Mama, DJ Dolores. I have no idea. Never heard of any of this stuff. Could be hip hop judging by the bubble coats and gold chains. Very laid back sort of sound design so far though. The song is called Slow Loop, so we got what we asked for. All right. Marshmallow, Trueno, Fail, and Yato. This should be fun.
Ahora sé cómo se le mete al fan. Yeah. Camino en el barrio fricando tranquilo en la boca, soy trueno y en Río Trupán. Estamos haciendo este funk argentino, los guachos gozando con la percusión. O sé que era un funky, 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 funky Valentine. O sé que era un funky, 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 funky Valentine. Mientras el humo se va para arriba, toda la garota bajándonos down. Pa' desarlarme falando mentira, pero en realidad no me aguantan un round. No hago problema, guachín, estamos tranqui, si toda la gente levanta la mano. O sé que era un funky, 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 funky Valentine. O sé que era un funky, 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 funky Valentine. O sé que era un funky, 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 funky Valentine.
It's only 2-minute song, so we're just gonna let it roll until the drop. It's very sort of like Latin sounds. Alright. Very, very high-end bass vibes there. The Shadow Man Incident, Dream Theater. This song is 20 minutes long. I don't know that a minute is going to be good enough, so let's fast forward 3 minutes and just get a sample. Hopefully these songs don't get this video completely muted and blocked, as always. I never know which artists are going to be very strict about their music, so if any part of it has to be muted, so be it. Dream Theater's new album just released recently, so if you're a big Dream Theater fan, definitely check that out. Yeah. We're going to move on from that. For a 20-minute song, you're not going to be able to get a lot. This one's called Escape by Levela. This is going to be a drum and bass tune also. I think I already put this into my playlist. I may have heard it earlier this week. Takes almost a minute just to drop in. Come on. Ooh, that's a vibe. Like I seem to remember now exactly why I put this in my playlist. That's Levela. All right. Next, I hate to cut songs in the middle, but I kind of got to do it. Tice and Machine Drum Control. This is actually a pretty cool vibe. Tice is one of the guys from Noisia. Very good sound design. I think he got a little more funky in his solo performances. Ooh, lots of bass. Bit of a wobbly sort of overtone. Yeah, it's definitely funky. Tice is one of those guys to always watch. All right, let's switch it up. Get on to something else. Ooh, we know this artist. Jeff Castellucci, one of the low voice bass sort of people that we've been listening to for more than a year. However, I'm noticing some nasty distortion overtones on that guitar.
I keep my eyes wide open all the time. I keep the hands out for the time that binds. Because you are mine, I walk the line.
Well, his voice is clean, but the guitar edges are distorted, so that's got to be on purpose. That's an interesting recording choice, why they would do that. Make the guitar distorted. It's a bit distracting, actually. We'll be surprised if we don't hear that all through 2025 for audio demos. Lee McKinney, Cathedral. He's one of the guitarists from Born of Osiris. Really, really awesome dude. Yeah, I've said before earlier in the video, 1 minute is usually not enough for an intro. A lot of these songs don't click in through their intro until later on into the song. So we're at 1 minute and there's really nothing happened yet. I'll give it its chance, it's gotta be fair. Yeah, so Lee McKinney's a guitarist from the band. This is one of his like solo efforts, newest song. Pretty good. Feel like it's got a theme to it. All right. Mob Tactics, Chugger. This one already sounds like drum and bass. What are the chances? And some scammer just sent me a message pretending to be the premier of Ontario. I hate when they do this shit. Why they call this song Chugger. That's exactly what the sounds are doing. Just got that wobble, grittiness. Nice tune. Alright, I'm sorry, DJ Gods, I gotta cut it. Hans Zimmer's definitely gonna get me muted. Sorry, Hans Zimmer, can't do it. Fele, the song's called Shelter. Fele is also a very, very good artist for sound design and slow tunes. Been a fan of his for a long time. I assume that this is off one of his new albums. I haven't heard this before, and it's on the release radar, so I assume it's a new track. And a lot of electronic artists don't release an entire album at a time. A lot of the times it's one or two songs, like in an EP or a short sort of album. Yeah, Fele's got a lot of really relaxing, sort of chill music, mostly. Some of it can be drum and bass, a lot of it's down-tempo. We'll leave it at that. If you're curious, you can check out the rest of it. This one's Jonas Wall, Umbaji, Back Home. This one looks like jazz for sure. Not to judge a book by its cover, but if it talks, and sounds like a duck, it's probably a duck. Yeah, some nice smooth jazz. I like that. I'm putting something like that in my playlist. Grizzly Funk for Disturbed Civilians. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, that's groovy. Oh yeah, that's going in a playlist, that's for sure. We'll give this one a go. Add to playlist. Which playlist am I going to give it to? Something new? I don't even know what playlist to put it in. I'm just gonna put it in my new song folder for now, and then I'll sort it out as long as I can find it later. All right, For Disturbed Civilians. That's about as accurate as I can make it. Basic Instincts. This one sounds like jazz too. Gabrielle Cameglio? I am not so much of a cultured language artist. I can't read all of these last names all the time. Be nice to practice though, that's for sure. Reading new artist names really forces me to do that. solid bass line in this song, that's for sure. Jazz, jazz, jazz. All right, let's get through this. It is 30 songs after all. King Kunta, Unwrapped, Jesus Molina. That's funny. I swear to God, that's what it says. Really cool. So this is an album by a jazz group that is doing songs of Kendrick Lamar reimagined. So this is like a cover band doing songs of his, which is ironic because I've never heard any of his songs other than the ones that were on the radio. So I don't know what is going on with any of his songs. But there you go. Some cover tunes. I have to check that out in my own time. Not like this isn't my own time. Where do we go from here? The Brothers, Mark Whitfield. Sounds like a jazz group. Not only that, but the image on the cover is definitely a jazz quartet. Some really clean sort of instrumentation in this. Very good recording. Added to my playlist. Let's go next to see what else is up. Brooklyn, Reggie Parker. This sounds like a bass player already. Just getting used to how these records are recorded. You could hear the tonality and presence.
I'm from Brooklyn. There's a difference. The way we talk, our style, our swag. There's something special about Brooklyn. Yo, drop the groove.
Ooh, yeah, deep bass. Heavy between the notes, the backbeat skipping. Wow, yeah, that's really good. Brooklyn. Talk about style. All right. Eric Essex, Gumbo. Got that southern vibe to it. It's also got that same sort of like between the vibe, backbeat punctuation on the drums. I'm sure that's got a style name, but I'm not sure what the name is. I can hear it though, as a drummer, I recognize what they're doing. They're like flipping the bass and snare on the third section of the bar. Yeah, really interesting. It's a dynamic sort of sound. I Love You Still, Peter White, Vincent and Gallia. Wow. Romance. How was everybody's Valentine's Day? Just a few songs left. I imagine we're at our 30-minute mark almost already here. I can see, depending on the editing. And I won't do a whole lot of editing other than just switching back and forth in the camera lens. Got a bunch of stuff to do today. All right. I still love you. TGIF XDM. This is XG and Jackups. That's the producer of the group. So this is like a reimagined sound for the whole band. I haven't really heard much of this. I like his production for most of their songs, that's for sure. Very Egyptian sort of undertone there. Cool. I gotta say, that's not my favorite sort of production sound. It's an interesting beat and the sound otherwise, but the distorted vocals is throwing me off. Mint Condition, Patrick Lamb. Get roasted. Roast lamb? Just kidding. Some upbeat jazzy funk right there. I like the digital sort of sounds there going in the middle. That's pretty cool. Gives some dynamics to it. Yeah, not bad. Mint condition. That's what I used to call my hockey cards back in the day. Anybody who collected cards in the 90s know we had a buttload of cards, and mint condition was one of those terms, even for comic books, I guess. Dynamism. Scarlet Vibes. Eternal Eclipse. This is going to be pretty short, actually. It's only about a minute long. Sounds like an intro. So we'll leave it at that. I don't really want to hear the rest of it. And that's the end of the list. Look at that. We just flew through 30 songs. I'm actually impressed I was able to handle all of that all in one go. So there's only really one thing left to do, and I want to introduce you to something new for me and something that will be included in the channel coming up pretty soon. It is my new camera. I was talking about introducing this a while ago. This is the Canon R8, as you can see there. I've got the tripod on the back. Pretty good camera so far, 24 megapixel camera. It's got some pretty good features in terms of autofocus, AI tracking. I've got some pretty good prime lenses on there, 35 right now. I'm going to be posting some of the images of this on my Facebook and Instagram. I'm going to be using this camera at the upcoming Montreal Audio Fest show, so I just wanted to bring it on just to say hello, and hopefully the audio in this video was accurate as I lean to the right and I turn to my left. If the audio was very well, I hope that it worked out in the video for you and enjoyed it. Without further ado, I'm going to see you in the next video. I will be doing some updates on Florida probably tomorrow. I'm going to try to edit a couple of other things together from previous shows, like a 2024 Toronto and Montreal recap. I don't think I put those online yet. So thanks for joining for this one. That was the Release Radar on Spotify. I'll catch you in the next video, and thanks for joining and watching and supporting the channel. If there's anything on here that you like, don't like, leave the comments. That's the best way to get in touch with me. I'll get to you in time, usually pretty quickly. Most of my response times are within a couple of minutes because I'm always on my phone. Anyways, that's enough for me. Have a great weekend. I'll see you in the future. Enjoy yourselves. Take care. Behind the scenes, Mike?